Brought to you by Southern Trust Home Services. Give us a call at 540-208-3425. Get into a Southern state of mind. Hey there, it's meteorologist Jamey Singleton. It is Wednesday afternoon, watching some very powerful storms moving in. And for those of you watching on Twitter, on Periscope, I appreciate it. I'm trying out some new stuff here through my Restream service, which takes this video and puts it out on different Facebook platforms. I'm also, I believe, on Twitch right now as we speak, also on Mixer, LinkedIn, and Periscope. All those. I'm trying to think of a way to do Instagram Live, but this is a really cool thing that I'm able to do now. It's going to help out, I think, in terms of reaching a larger audience. So I want to talk about some storms that are out there, and we've got some strong winds in North Carolina. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45 for Rockingham County here, and that's also in effect for let's see, eastern Stokes, which is right here east of Danbury, Rockingham, and western Caswell County, right up to about Yanceyville and south central Henry County. Henry County, I think you're in the clear. It's pretty obvious that storm is now going to miss you. But from Eden, just to the east of Stoneville, they just got some powerful winds. And we're looking at Eden, Reedsville, Wentworth, Mayodan, and Madison in the path of this. This is moving to the, let's see what the Weather Service is putting it at, southeast at about 30 miles per hour. There are some strong winds in this particular storm, and if you look back across Patrick County, this storm, if you put this in motion, has come out of Patrick County. You can see the bowing nature of it right there. This is a storm that has confirmed wind damage with it. These are straight line winds, but they're going to cause damage, and probably causing damage as we speak, probably looking at 50 to 60 mile per hour winds in this bow. Let's see if it's still being picked up here by the radar. I'm looking at, it looks like 42, 45 mile per hour winds in the orange there. That's a 46 mile per hour wind. Still some very bright colors being picked up right there around Wentworth, just to the north of Reedsville. So not quite as bright as right here where I was looking at. And this could have been a microburst or something right around Wentworth. This is 56 mile per hour wind, nearing in on 59 to about 60 mile per hour right there, just south of Eden. So a compact area, but it's moving southeast at 30. So it's nearing you in the greater Reedsville area. And we'll put the street mapping on here to give you a better idea. Coming right down, and it's not a tornado, but it is what we call a it's either a bow echo or it's some kind of microburst feature, but it's coming in from the north and from the west. I'm looking at the Rockingham Airport observation, they had a wind gust of 35 miles per hour not too long ago. It looks like it's weakened some, but still looking at plenty of lightning, plenty of heavy rain with this. And let's see if we have any hail being shown here. I'm looking at the VILS, vertically integrated liquid, and looks like hail probably maybe pea-sized if we do see any. This is more a straight line wind threat. So I'm doing this for North Carolina because right now I don't see any other warnings out for the rest of the area, but we'll zoom out and show you what's going on anyway. We've got some storms flaring up in Bedford County, also in the Pennsylvania County, and right around Lynchburg. Interesting that Lynchburg, when you get these storms in Lynchburg, they tend to, the past couple of days, have been popping up right here on the east side of town. This is almost exactly where the storm yesterday in Lynchburg popped up. It remained non-severe, but probably some gusty winds in there, and some thunder and lightning as well. So looking at that for you, but you can see how most of the storms are down here into North Carolina. So I'm going to read to you some of these storm reports that have been coming down. Patrick County, 1 mile east of Stewart, we've got the 911 call center reporting a tree down near the Hardys there near Stewart. That would be near 58, I believe. Tree down on the car along Claudeville Highway 103. No injuries. That's also in Patrick County. Let's see, a few trees down on Home Place Road in Patrick County. Department of Highways reporting a tree down along 601 North, blocking the road. And then if we go into Carroll County, the storm developed in Carroll County and quickly moved through Patrick County. So going back in time to about 329, 2 miles east-northeast of Laurel Fork, we had a tree blocking the road in the vicinity of Maple Shade Road. And then also in Carroll County, the public reported the tree down on Duxborough Road. So again, this is a serious situation for folks down into North Carolina. I'm going to go into my weather tap account here so we can check out what's going on there. It also, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not up on some of the locations in North Carolina. I'm starting to just become more regional and in my efforts here. So you'll excuse me if I don't have all the counties and all that stuff here. I'm going to go into this, and it'll come up for me automatically. All right. So here we go. It's a little bit easier to see too. Let me give you a different view here. There we go. So you can see the storms around Bedford, Lynchburg, and Campbell County, but western Caswell is what I was wanting to look at there. I'm not good on the county names down through here. I've driven through North Carolina plenty of times, but outside of where I've been, my routes were, it's a little bit hard. But this would take you down, let's see, Highway 86 if you were coming down south into the Durham area on your way down in Caswell County around the Yanceyville area. That storm is just off to your west. Let me add a few highways here. I can do that, I believe. U.S. state roads. There we go. Yeah, all right. So here's 86. And again, it's not there, but if you were traveling 86, it'd be off to your west. Now, traveling 158, that is a road I'm familiar with, but I'm more of the Winston-Salem familiar variety. And Winston-Salem's also getting slammed with some storms here. But Piney Fork, Wentworth, Baker's Crossroads, just north of Bethany here. It's coming right down 14, it looks like, nearing the Reidsville area. So watching that severe storm, that's in North Carolina. Now, if we go south into Winston-Salem, we're looking at this storm here, and we do have a warning out for the Winston-Salem area. We'll click on that. I'll read it to you here. This is issued from the Raleigh National Weather Service. It's for Davidson counties and Forsyth counties right through here. 60-mile-per-hour winds. Radar indicated that extending from Germantown to Clemens to near Bermuda Run, moving east at 20. So Winston-Salem, Lexington, Thomasville, Kernersville, Clemens, Bermuda Run, Louisville, Walkertown. I know Walkertown well. It's right through Walkertown right now. Rule Hall and Pfafftown. Looking at the straight line winds can blow down trees, they can blow down power lines. It can look like a tornado when it comes through. It's what we had yesterday in Burnt Chimney. These are very strong storms that extend down right along Interstate 40, so not good travel conditions here in North Carolina. Statesville also getting slammed with a storm. The emergency manager in Iredell County reporting extensive tree damage along Highway 70 just east of the Catawba River to the Sharon community. Some homes damaged by falling trees. So we tell you to stay away from windows and get into a sturdy shelter for a reason. These severe thunderstorm warnings, even though they're not tornado warnings, can mean that you're going to see damage equivalent to a weak to moderate tornado where we get those straight line winds. So you need to take it just as seriously in these areas. Back up into Virginia, don't want to leave out folks in Bedford right now. Let's look at you and see what's going on. We have some, I think, drier air into Virginia. We're not really seeing much activity just east of Shady Grove, Irving and Union and Bedford County, just to the west of Bedford itself and north of Chambliss, right there on 460 and 221, seeing some activity. And then you move into Lynchburg here, and again we've got that one part of the city there, the eastern part of the city. It looks like right through downtown there, right along the river, seeing some rain. Don't know if we're seeing much in the way of lightning with that in the Lynchburg area. And then Gretna always tends to be a spot too that gets hit. We've got a thunderstorm there in Ertashes, north of Climax, and right along 29 and the intersection of 40 there, producing some locally heavy rain, probably some gusty winds. But by and large, the severe weather right now is moving right through Rockingham County, North Carolina, nearing the Reidsville area as we speak. So that's your update for right now, brought to you by Southern Trust Home Services. Here's a look at the velocity data. We'll zoom you back in here to the Reidsville area, and I'll probe some of this activity here. 41, 42, about 45 mile per hour wind still in the storm as it moves off to the south and to the east at 30 miles per hour. And before we go, I'm going to draw a manual track for you here as well. We'll go here, we'll do a manual track, draw a manual storm track, and we're going to do this. And let me do it a little bit wider here, just in case the storm spreads out some. And we'll do southeast at about 30. So it would be near Yanceyville if it held together at about 6:05, 537 here, crossing into, crossing in out of Reidsville, out of Rockingham County in the Caswell County. All right, so it's going to miss Danville, but it's going to go through Caswell County between about 5:40 and about 6:25. It'll be moving through. So watch out around Yanceyville, Reidsville. Hope you're taking some shelter there. Also looking at some strong storms, again, Winston-Salem to Greensboro, right along Interstate 40. And this is the wider view of what's happening here. Do I have my GR Earth open? I don't think I do. Hold on one second. Let's see. We'll open that, go full screen. Pop OBS back up here. And we'll click you over. I'm going to click you back to this view. I had a really good view and I messed it up, so I need to reconfigure my Gibson Ridge a little bit, which is what you're looking at here. And we'll put this into motion, and I'll show you how those storms are just advancing down into North Carolina. Well, this is a line that's kind of forming and staying together. If you look a little bit more into Virginia, we're not seeing, again, a lot of activity, just some weak showers and storms that are bubbling up in this very hot air that we've got. It's 90 or 88 degrees at the TV station right now in Redwood. It's 93 at the Roanoke Airport, 92 Lynchburg. And we're close to that in North Carolina, but where it's rained, the storms are very, very efficient at cooling off the air. So down to 70 at the Martinsville Blue Ridge Airport there, 72 down through North Carolina, just around the Hickory area, temperatures near 71 degrees. So temperatures dropping about 20 to 25 degrees, just like that, as these storms effectively just do what they're supposed to. They calm the air, and doing that, it's a very violent process, but they're meant to take the warm air that shouldn't be there and move it up, and take the cool air and move it down and stabilize the air. And that's exactly what they do. They do it about 10 times as fast as a big storm system, because they're so compact. They're very tight and very compact and very efficient at cooling the air in a very short amount of time. So they're doing that, and where you get it, you're going to get some heavier rainfall, some gusty winds, some strong winds right through North Carolina. So this is the bigger picture, and you can see from Greensboro, the Hickory, not yet in Charlotte, but probably moving a little bit closer to Raleigh with time. We'll watch that for you very carefully. I'm looking at also doing on the technical end, go back to the webcam here, I'm looking at doing a stream that is a box. In other words, so when you're looking at it, you don't have to, if you want to go full screen, you don't have to tilt your phone sideways. It would be in your feed, and it would simply be the box. And I can actually do that. The only issue with that is on my restream, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching somewhere else, and I didn't schedule this to YouTube, so I don't think this went out on YouTube, but it would be a box within the 16 by 9, if that makes any sense to you. Anyway, what it would do is it would allow me to show you images, and you would be able to see those easier in your Facebook feeds. So anyway, without having to turn your phone, if that makes any sense. Well, that's a look at the forecast. That's your update for right now. I'll have more updates if necessary. I'm going to post a couple of things here, and we'll see you later. This, by the way, brought to you by Southern Trust Home Services. Listen, we've got wind in the area in North Carolina, but if you're in Roanoke and the power goes out and you don't want to suffer through the losing your heat or whatever, they've got some Generac generators where they kick on automatically as soon as they go off there. You can call them at 540-208-3425. That's just for this broadcast. So they know if you call that you're supporting me, and they'll continue to sponsor me if you continue to call, and tell them that you appreciate what's going on, and that helps me pay for services like Restream so I can get this out to you. All right, that's all for right now. Thanks to Southern Trust Home Services. I'm meteorologist Jamey Singleton. Brought to you by Southern Trust Home Services. Give us a call at 540-208-3425. Get into a Southern state of mind.